Hello? What the fuck is good? Wait, this is an album called Music for Animal Cafes that I like vaguely listened to that I thought would be perfect for our early stream today. I welcome in everyone. Yeah, James, I did change my profile picture. It's something I don't like to do often on Twitch, man. Because I think that like okay, like real shit, I think that like recognizability of your profile picture, just like when people are scrolling through the left side of their screen or mobile device or whatever, is important. I think it is important. So, like, if people are looking for this profile picture that they're familiar with, that they know, and you go and change it on them, they're like, oh, I don't know who this is all of a sudden. Even though the name is the same. Dude, I think I slept on my neck weird. Because my neck, it kind of just feels like somebody stomped on it with a boot. Big boot, too. I'm talking platforms, baby, at least 3 inches. Thick. Tinker's having fun in the back. I just made a cup of coffee. Woke up a few hours ago because my tummy hurt. And I took a big shit. And then I played Kendama for a while. Here I am now. Welcome in. Talking the boots with the spikes from SpongeBob? Yeah, the cleats. You really just stood in that guy's eyeballs, huh? You know what SpongeBob scene I think about regularly in my adulthood? It just feels so unnecessary. And I feel like this might affect you in some way, shape, or form too. What does it mean to you if I say Squidward toenail? Was that... Why did they rip off Squidward's toenail for a SpongeBob scene? And like have us really absorb every part of that process? That's what I'm wondering. Kind of fucked up. I think if I lived in Bikini Bottom, me and Squidward would be in love for a brief 4-month period. That's my take. I'd want to show him the light in the world. Anyways, who wants to smoke some weed? I'm just focused on him because he's having so much fun. What are you playing with? I'm playing with a little mouse toy. He's having so much fun, bro. Look at him. Hi. What a fool. What a damned buffoon. I'm waiting for 4:20 p.m. Like a D-Gen. I don't think that that's like a D-Gen. I think that that's like way better. Do you guys tend to wait until like later in your day to smoke? Because being entirely honest with you, it's a part of like my wake up process. Like my go-to routine in the morning tends to be like I make a coffee, and then when my coffee is like heating up, you know, I usually do the dishes in my sink and rinse out my bong, clean my bong water, you know, kind of thing. And then when my coffee is done, take a big hit of coffee and weed, just like that. But that's because I'm an addict. Because I don't actually like being high all day long. Gotta be sober for at least an hour or two personally. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. It's weird because like high is like the normal feeling. I guess like I get real stoned sometimes. But it's mostly like super late at night before I go to bed, when I've already been smoking for a long time, that I feel like I'm like actually stoned. I don't know if that makes sense. The other ones just kind of feel like they start my day. But I guess that's just like, you know, I mean, that is what being like a weed addict is, right? Don't you feel higher drinking a coffee with my J? Really? I just feel like I don't know, maybe I'm just so used to it at this point because it's been like my routine for years is like waking up with coffee and weed. Maybe I'm just used to it, but like I just feel like normal. Feel good about it. I guess I wouldn't do it if I didn't feel good about it, but like, you know, it's nothing too crazy. I'd feel bad if I didn't do it though. I would just be like real irritable. TBH. Like my attitude is just like a little sour if I don't get coffee and weed, and that makes me feel like a degenerate for sure. I smoke mainly before dinner, one bowl, then afterwards I go fucking crazy on my weed. No, I mean that's fair, dude. I used to make it a point when I was first getting into smoking a lot to not smoke right when I wake up and before, like a couple hours before I go to sleep, right? Because I didn't want it to affect my sleep very much at all. And here we are a few years later, and if you didn't know, weed actually affects my sleep. But I think it affects a lot of people's sleep. I'm technically on a half tea break because my plug gave me someone else's sack, lol, not the gas. Okay, so like, is he still gonna hook you up and like let you keep the goods? Or nah? Makes you sleep easier? Yeah, me too, me too. I like how, weed makes like, I don't know, it makes my dreams a lot less vivid, if that makes sense. Like, normally when I dream and I'm like not smoking very much or not smoking at all, my dreams are like super clear and like the clarity is a bit too much sometimes. It's like looking into a mirror with your own face looking back at you, but it's making a different face than you're making. It's kind of like that. What's up, Froggy Gang? Oh, what's up, Krim? Good to see you, dude. This guy's just going crazy. I think he likes the stream attention. I barely remember my dreams unless they're like weird or great. I mean, I think many of us often have the thing too where we're like, you remember your dream for like straight up 10 seconds after you wake up and then it's just gone. And it always sucks when that happens, when it was like something that was so interesting to you too, because it feels like you were so like committed to it. It feels like you were so like deeply embedded in that dream, and then all of a sudden it's just over. Back to reality, baby. So fucking funny, bro. My PTSD shuts off when I smoke. The dreams go away. See, my dreams just feel like they got like a silencer on them when I smoke a lot before I sleep. Hopefully that makes sense. I couldn't sleep before I started smoking and I still have trouble falling asleep. I'm starting to accept the fact that me and sleep just don't mix well. Have you tried just occasionally taking melatonin? I know that you can get like a dependency on taking like supplemental melatonin, so I wouldn't recommend doing it too often. But on nights where you like feel like you really need to sleep, it's a big deal. I am also somebody who has sleep issues. So anytime that I really need to get sleep, I just pop like 10 milligrams of melatonin that night. But yeah, again, I just don't do it too often because of the implication that I'm gonna be needing to take supplemental melatonin to sleep forever. Melatonin sucks though, at least for me. It leaves me groggy the next day. Not for me. For me, I usually get like just actual sleep. Maybe that's crazy to say. It feels like most nights, and I don't know if it's like this for some of you guys still, but I assume. It feels like most nights I'm getting like what I would consider like fake sleep or something. I don't know. Where you wake up and you don't actually feel like you slept that much at all, but you know it's time to start the day. Versus occasionally I will have like I will like wake up and I'll actually like feel like, holy shit, I slept all of the hours I needed. But my big problem is that I'm a super light sleeper, right? And when I take melatonin, I don't wake up. And when I don't take melatonin, I wake up dozens of times in the night for no particular reason. And I could fall asleep back to sleep instantly, or I could fall back asleep in like fucking a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like it's so annoying. I wake up really, really often to any bit of like noise or whatever. And it's kind of the worst, man. It's kind of the worst. Yo, I'm packing a massive bowl, by the way. I want this shit to kill me a little bit. Is that chill with you guys? Is that cool if we start the day like that? So I'm guessing a lot of you guys here smoke weed to help sleep then. What the fuck is the cat doing? He's playing with his mouse toy. He's having fun. Oh my god, no. Guys, Tinker's trapped in the bong. Guys, Tinker's trapped in the bong. Get him out. No, Tinker. Somebody help him. Oh, he's out. No, he's back in. Somebody help him. Okay, I packed a big boy bowl, but let me make sure my hair is cute first. Perfect. Huh? You want to smoke this with me? Huh, cowboy? I like how you can still see him through the chair just playing. He's having the time of his life. He's such a simple creature. He's so cool. Okay, again, really big bowl. This is probably gonna take me out for a minute. So, I'll join you in 30, my big friend. Okay, I'll wait 30 minutes. This is why I want to be a cat. Simple life, no think, just crack. You really got to take inspiration by how much they live in the moment, you know? Because, like, truly, I've never seen a creature live in the moment more than my cat Tinker. Sometimes he'll just chase his tail around in circles for about 3 minutes and then forget that he was doing it and then start doing it again. And I just think that that's beautiful. I want to be froggy, simple life, no think, just weed. I'm glad you think my life is simple. That's actually true. There's no complexity in my life. I just wake up and I smoke. And I'm mentally well, and I'm capable of succeeding in the real world. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you're smoking weed with me? I feel like an anime character. Like Kirito from Sao. Cheers. Cheers, little gay people in my screen. Woohoo! You're kind of like Froggy from Twitch a little bit, dude. I've heard that. People were showing me pictures. I don't look anything like that fucking twink. Gross. Dude, can my hair... I just need a haircut, don't I? I think it's time. The title of the stream, such poetry. What is the title again? Oh yeah. I remember now. Are you okay? No. They got me. Bro, you getting the first bong rip sweats? Oh, you know it, baby. Oh, you fucking know it. Dude, I can't believe it's already been over a month since I got this tattoo. Isn't that bonkers, man? This guy's all healed now. It's just like normal skin now. Mickey! Mickey! Thank you so much for gifting your 16th sub, dude. Thank you. I appreciate the shit out of you. Everybody drop some emotes in chat. What a fucking sweetheart. Thank you a ton, dog. You think Hatsune Miku smokes loud? Yeah, look. You don't see this? You see this shit right here? Look at it right here, man. Use your fucking eyeballs. Miku's smoking a doink. Thank you so much again, Mickey. Seriously, super fucking kind of you. That support goes a long way. It helps me out a shit ton. A fuck ton. Oh, by the way, you guys know that Balatro art that I made? That the creator of Balatro retweeted? Dude, that shit's at like 2,400 likes damn near. It's about to be my most liked like art I've ever posted, which is kind of insane. That's a little insane, man. So I also did a thing this morning, and I put up the Balatro print on my store. So if you want to go to froggy.world, dude, you want to go to froggy.world? Hey, look at this. You can now pick this up. Ain't it cool? Ain't it neat? You can hang up a poster on your wall. Guys, when you pay Froggy, you're putting yourself in the weed jar. That's not true. I only lock you in there if you misbehave. What I like to do, because obviously when you subscribe to me, I take a tiny piece of your soul. What I like to do whenever you misbehave is I take that tiny piece of your soul, I put it in my weed jar, and I just start shaking it up. I did. Just to see what happens. Okay, I think I'm gonna wear a hat this morning, man. I'm not fucking with my hair. Weed jar is Tinkerbell's home. I don't know why you'd say that. I would never capture a little fairy. I got a bunch of little fairies in this chat. They capture themselves, dude. They capture themselves. You kidding me? That was homophobic. I'm gay. I've definitely sucked more penis than you. Dumbass. Nice try. We've all seen that photo of Tinkerbell and the cockroach, right? What the fuck are you talking about? Froggy, I missed you, homie. My back hurts for real from work and having to carry on Valorant and Overwatch. Save me. You know why your back hurts? You go to work all day, and then you come home and you decide to inflict more pain on yourself. Just like by choice. That's why that's why your back hurts. I'm sorry to tell you. There's this really fucked up reaction photo on Twitter and it scarred my brain. If I Google Tinkerbell and Roach, am I gonna be scared? Why would you type that? Oh! Don't Google it, bro. It's exactly what you think. It's exactly what you think. Oh my god. Fucked up. I didn't know what you were talking about. What do you mean reaction photo? What do you send that as a fucking reaction to, dude? What are you talking, like? All right. You can't Okay. Hey, we have new Ants Canada watching a little bit. Isn't that cool? Isn't that neat? And then the goal later tonight is to do Jump King Marathon stream. Are you guys excited about that? Pretty freaking cool. So tonight when we stream, it's gonna be Devon, what? What the fuck? Thank you. Holy shit. Let's go. First of all, first gift sub ever, and dropping 5 at the same time. Top gifter of the month now. Unbelievably fucking sweet. Thank you. God damn. All right, let's pack another bowl. Let's do it. I'm glad you're okay, Frog. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm glad I'm okay too. It's a little it's a little fucked not having a car, but it's also I'm also like miraculously uninjured and alive. So we take those at the end of the day. Like, I could always get a new car. I open a crazy shit. The crazy part is that I didn't really change anything about my life after, you know? I feel like you have a near-death experience and, like, you're supposed to, like, come out of it with, like, some profound, like, sense of, like, I need to make some changes. But instead, like, I just got PTSD and I'm smoking even more weed. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's alright, I guess. I mean, but wasn't I supposed to be like, wow, now I need to go do even more with my very short life, or whatever? Guys, I almost died, but fuck, dude, if I died, I wouldn't be able to get high anymore. That's really what it feels like. God damn. If I told that exact, like, if I relayed that to my therapist, do you think they'd give me that look? You know the one? Where they kind of just, like, eyebrow you for a second and then they start scribbling. Start scribbling with that damn notepad. They're like, what are you writing? They go, huh? You know, what are you writing down there? And they go, oh, that's for me, honey. Yo, what's up, Rico? How you doing, dude? We're about to smark a big one. This one goes out to Devon. Thank you so much again for the 5 gifted, dude. So fucking kind. Yeah, but walking in the heat has got to be cancer. No, quite literally. I mean, yeah, because well, it's more like the sun causing skin cancer. But yeah, I mean, like I get the sentiment. Tinker was walking on my desk just now. Sink or swim, my son. He sunk. Now he's back here. And he swims! Sometimes I just put my cat in positions where he's like, you know, he has to figure out how to solve it, basically. I think it makes him grow as an individual. Sink or swim. He's so handsome. My little friend. Right, Stout Ward 21, self-block 8. Yo, chill. I got T-boned and sent into labor, and it did just that to me, too. Dude, what? That's actually a nightmare. Holy shit. I can't even fucking imagine, dude. Hey, glad you're okay. Alrighty. Weed time? I gotta remove this shots taken thing. That's from last night. Believe it or not, we're actually not day drunk right now. Yo, King Udon! With the fucking 30 bits! I like that, Frog. I like that. King Udon Noodles is a really cool emote artist, by the way. Pixel artist, not emote artist. They make their own emotes. That's why I say emote artist. They're a really cool pixel artist. They have this like huge pixel map that they've been making. That's like based on some community stuff. It's like actually it's one of my favorite things. I think about it a lot. I would definitely recommend checking their stream out. It was good, Cat Goth. You changed your profile picture. I did. I was doodling some me, and I really liked this one, so I made it into this. It's me. Lily from Animal Crossing is not me anymore, I guess. Oh, these are cool. I have a lot of character. Thank you. I plan on drawing a lot more. I kind of just want to fill out all of this space, you know? And then maybe when I fill out all this space, I'll just make it even bigger and then keep filling out the space. I don't know. I'm just having fun doodling on it. I love the minimal use of lines. Yeah, I think doing a lot of 1-bit stuff and also doodling for sticker orders, just doodling like little things on thank you notes, has gotten me into this like this fun little style I like. Your Magic Pixel art helps in a weird way. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really have any traditional art experience. It's just all pixel art and then doodling. So it's like, I don't know. You reckon if I drink some petrol, I'll go vroom? Blinks cutely. Do you think there's British cars in the Cars universe? There is, isn't there? Do they call it petrol? Okay, I'm smoking weed. Excuse. You guys want me to draw another frog on stream? I might delete it. Maybe I'll draw another me though. I wanted to do a full body one. My whole philosophy with this one, or like with this like little sketch page I'm doing, is that I'm just keeping the brush size the same throughout the whole piece. Quickly draw a British person in less than 30 seconds. If I do that, it's gonna be offensive to someone. I just know it. I just know it. Instead, what if I drew me, Froggy, from Froggy Twitch? If I drew... Okay, wait. Let's draw a British person. Love of this sport. You already know where I'm going with this. There you go. Well, at least our schools, at least you're not gonna get worried about getting short in maths class in school. Yeah? And then they're always like shouting. And then I feel like he's got bags around his eyes. He's really tired. British people always look like they're really tired. You know? There, there's a British person. And now he's fucking dead, man. We killed him. Wait, I don't know how I want to do a full body frog. I just know that I want to have like a t-shirt with like a fun little hand like that in it, you know? That's all I got. I'm trying to think. Maybe I should just draw the hair first. Or maybe the face first. Little mustache. Big smile. And then hair. I'm doing all this with mouse, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. That looks just like me. Maybe I should change his eye, though. That works, I guess. That looks just like me. Maybe the neck's a little long. But I could always just change things like this, you know? A little lasso select. Tell me I didn't get any of this. Oh, I totally did. Lasso tool is really awesome. You just had to press Q twice. You just gotta press Q twice. And then you could just adjust things. It's chill. Check that out. I feel like this looks like me. I'm wondering if I should just go for like little stick legs like that. I'm kind of feeling it. And then we just find a better spot to put our little guy. Maybe we should put him over here. Nah. Maybe just move him over slightly. I kind of like him there. You do webbed feet? I like the grumpy one. Me too. Maybe I should give him one of those. What's that little anime thing? I used to draw this all the time when I was a kid. It's just like shows they're angry. Okay, did you keep that? I like all the expression, you know? Like I kind of want to draw this one with like some spit flying out of his mouth or something. I love doodling and doodling. We got any real shitters in the chat? Any real poopers? Maybe I should just copy this side and flip it. Dude, knowing A-Sprite shortcuts is all the difference, man. I'm telling you. I love when people do big head, big body, small legs. Me too, me too. Wait, let me move him in even more. Use the mirror too constantly. See, I don't as much as it might seem like I do. I think it's a useful tool, but I end up liking like things not being totally symmetrical across like a lot of the piece. I've realized. I'm gonna move this whole one over slightly. Okay, do you guys think this one looks like me though? That's the important part. I don't know what expression I should like, because each of these has like a little thing with it now. So now I feel like I should add something to this one. Add a joint in the mouth. It's so if I did, I would do it like this, right? I would just first I would add the joint, right? The theoretical joint, and then I would get rid of any of this space around it. Like, whoop, whoop, just fix this, fill this, fix these edges. I just keep fucking with the shape of it. Something like that. I don't know if maybe I do it like that. Or maybe I do it like that. That way it looks like it's like lit at the end. Probably like that. And then fix these little ends up. Maybe add like a little extra smoke cloud. It's shaped like a heart. Maybe down here? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe just the one. Okay. It's me. Put your mom on a shirt. Hey, dude, fuck off. Knock it off. You know I could ban you from my Twitch chat? You know I could do that, right? I want to fix the shape of this because I don't really like it that much. Big old joint. That's what it would sound like if a kitty cat was singing this song instead. Whatever, that's good. That's good. I'm overthinking it. Guys, Cat Goth is in the basement now. Oh. Well, did they deserve it? I guess that's my question. Like, is it their fault? I kind of like that better, where it's like disconnected. What other expressions should I draw? Maybe I should draw a little frog on the shirt or something. Is the frog on the shirt a yay or a nay? Are yourself enjoying a lovely sandwich? That could actually be pretty good. I don't think I've ever drawn anyone eating a thing, you know? So that could be a fun exercise. I'm just thinking about doing those big cheeks, you know? You could already see, like, this would be like one of those big cheek. What is their expression usually when they're eating something? It's kind of like this, right? Like that cartoon eating sound, or like sound fucking look. Kind of looks like a frog. I don't know. Eating a sandwich might be a tough one for me. I'm not really. I'm not a real artist. I don't know if you guys knew that. So, you know, that could be tough, man. Maybe I call it on the one doodle for now, and then I actually just like save this thing. Can't see my files. There's so much porn in there, dude. Fuck. Duties.ace. Okay, it's saved. I'll work on those more later. Dude, that's a really good frog emote. I like that one. Are you gonna make these stickers like the scribbled bunny one? Maybe. Probably not though. To be honest, I don't know why, but I can't imagine that people would want like stickers of me. Stickers of art that I made is different, but like, I don't know, it feels like weird to like put out stickers of me for some reason, even though like I'm like a content creator or whatever. I just like the idea of doing a bunch of doodles. There was no real like purpose behind it. EBH. You are a brand. That's so true. That's what I've always said. I've always stood by that. Okay. You guys want to smoke one more bowl and then watch this new Ants Canada video? Are you down to clown? Doodles are fun. I've always stood by that. I keep forgetting I have a coffee in front of me. Yummy. Alright. Smoke them if you got them. I'm packing one right now. And then this new Ants Canada video is called The Promised One Was Born in My Rainforest Vivarium. Which I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know who the promised one is, but I assume we're gonna find out. you guys haven't been following along this series with us, this guy, this fucking insane guy with a lot of YouTube money, built a 2-story vivarium that simulates a real rainforest environment, and then put a shit ton of different animals in there, shit ton of different creatures, bugs and reptiles and amphibians and shit. It's so cool. And we've just been kind of watching the development of it. It's insane. Alright. I got a bowl packed. Drop a 1 if you're joining me. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Beautiful. Alrighty, folks. Let's get into it, man.
This is Pandora, my giant cloud rainforest floor vivarium. Attached to Orcadia,
Insane.
my giant tree canopy vivarium. Together they house a multitude of the most insane tropical creatures.
No way. Chumba hit me with their
one.
first resub ever for the chosen one. Dude, thank you. That means the fucking world. Appreciate you hitting the resub button. Lots of fucking love, dude. Everybody drop some emotes in
Plants
chat,
and
or
fungi.
I'm gonna end
A
stream
biological
immediately.
project of mine to research the
Don't you listen,
dynamics
love?
of ecosystems and follow what life is like for creatures in the wild. And my is it wild. With it being an ecosystem, the creatures within are being born, procreating, and dying in a constant circle of life. For the most part,
Oh, y'all thought
know
y'all thought I was playing about the emotes and ending stream? Nah, I'll go right now. I'll get out of here, man. You think 2 is enough? Pathetic. Fucking pathetic.
what animals are living and breeding inside our rainforest. But every now and then, I'll discover something new and surprising that had been living inside our grand rainforest world, completely under my radar.
Show some love.
That
Someone
will
gave
blow
me
my
money.
mind.
They're keeping the show going.
I was shocked one day to spot a tiny head popping out from within a wooden crack. Wait a sec. What is that? As soon as I realized what
That's
it
so
was, my jaw hit the floor. This baby creature was special, but spotting it in our rainforest brought just one big problem. Welcome to the Season 3 premiere
That's cool eyes.
of my
Every time we watch
Ecosystem
this, I
Vivarium
think about how
series,
cool his eyes
where
are.
Mother Nature loves throwing in her sunny surprises. Here,
Yeah,
on
how's
the
the
Ants
audio? Is it
Canada
a little loud?
Ant Channel.
Let me know, team.
Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC family. Enjoy.
Don't whisper at me. You can talk to me normal style.
The baby lizard hung from a tree limb, like Spider-Man, as it licked its lips. All right, I'm gonna do it in
Those about
3,
ants? No, it's a huge
2.
rainforest vivarium. His name is Ants
Actually,
Canada.
let me prepare a bit more.
That's the name his parents gave him.
At first, the sight perplexed me because it seemed like the lizard was hanging from its tail. But this was a house gecko, and house geckos don't have a prehensile tail that can do that kind of thing. As I
Oh.
looked closer, I then realized it was hanging from a few toes. So weird to see a gecko do this, but I knew it was nervous because it kept licking its lips and eyes, preparing for the grand move. And
That's what
when
I
it
do
was
when
ready,
I'm nervous too.
boom!
I lick my
It
eyes
leaped
and
down.
lips.
As I looked to the bottom, I saw that it
That's
was
just me.
okay, having landed on some lumps of charcoal at the bottom of Orcadia. Good job, baby gecko. I've been spotting baby geckos like this little one more and more in our rainforest. and previously found eggshells on the forest floor.
Crazy they have a phobia of
Even
bugs, but
spotted
this I
this
can watch for
hatched
some
egg
reason.
the
I'm
other
broken.
day attached to one of the
This
plants,
has definitely helped
which was
me
all
get
great to know,
more
as it
comfortable
meant
with
our
bugs, is
community of
watching these kind of
geckos
videos.
were successfully breeding
Helps you
in our
get
forest.
desensitized
A great sign that
and
the
realize
lizards
that they're just little
had all they
confused
needed
guys
in the forest to
trying
thrive.
to complete their task.
But little did I know, these baby geckos weren't the only reptilian babies lurking in our rainforest.
You said a
Something
rainforest
that
or
I was
nothing?
about to
That's what he
discover
did, yeah.
very soon. But guys, before that, there's something I need to address regarding some other lizards that in the last episode caused some controversy in the comments.
he freed his
Godzilla, our
guys.
resident baby spectacled caiman, was out basking, but he was sad. Okay, maybe not
How could you
sad,
tell he's sad?
but he has been getting a lot of hate over the past 2 weeks. For those of you not in the loop,
I like him.
here's the tea. In the last episode, I
Quality
released
title.
3 sunskink
Thanks.
lizards
I
named Drake,
took a
Daenerys,
little while to think of
and
it,
Smaug, who used to live in
but I think
Pandora,
the payoff will
back
be
into
great
the wild.
once people
I addressed
get
my
it.
full reasons
You
for
just have
their
to lock in
release
to understand
in
the
the
title.
comments of the last video and in a community tab post. But I had a few things to say that I think may have been missed, or that others may not have known if they haven't been
I wish
following the
that I could
series since
scurry
the
off into the
beginning.
rainforest, never
To make
be
a
seen
long
again.
story short, as sad as it was to release our 3
But I think I might
sunskinks
get
back
confused.
into the wild, where I caught them, the sunskinks are, and always were, wild animals that were borrowed from nature for the purposes of my project. And
Yeah.
the initial plan when I first started out was to cycle through different higher tier predators. Not mid-predators like the geckos,
Dude, he called
huntsmen,
geckos mid.
and tree frogs,
Get him.
but mainly voracious lizards, mammals or birds if we ever tried, and
Whoa.
even crocodilians, like Godzilla, whose time to eventually move out of Pandora will also come. I think I failed to communicate this
I'm saying
properly
here's the
in
tears
the last
everything.
episode,
He is a gay
which
man.
was my bad.
He's one of us, chat.
Cycling through higher tier predators helps keep the ecosystem changing, as any fixed space of rainforest would in the wild. I was devastated to let the sunskinks go. I cried, but it was an ideal time to do it, with tensions over territory versus Godzilla tingling my spidey senses regarding this project's ethics, and it
Calm
was
your
also
spidey
my way
senses.
of fulfilling my promise
You're
in
an
episode
ant.
7 season 1 to Smaug, the OG sunskink, that she would remain at the top of the food chain during her time in Pandora. As popular as the sunskinks were on this channel,
Fuck me, I
giving
want a
them
home
back
like that.
their
The
freedom
tank is massive.
by returning them back into
Are
the
you saying you want a home the size of the home he has, or you want to live in the tank he made?
wild felt like the right thing to do in my heart and
On
spirit.
second thought, that was
and was in
actually
total
that was a dumb
alignment with
question.
the
You
project.
obviously want to live in the tank.
But the sunskink exodus was met with a lot of distaste for Godzilla, who
Yeah.
many felt should have been the one to be evicted.
Yeah, some people were really placing their feelings on the line for this one. Damn.
I get that, but seeing the hate for our resident croc was sad, because inside
I
I felt
like
he
Godzilla.
deserved some time in Pandora as much as the sunskinks did.
I like him.
Some arguments were that he was too big for Pandora in the first place, which
Yeah,
is
they're literally
untrue,
cyberbullying
because
a lizard.
he's actually
It's
about
true.
the same size as Smaug. I think some people might be overestimating how big Godzilla actually is right now, as
I
well
also
as
didn't expect people to
underestimating
care that
how
much.
large our vivarium
We
is.
were like, well, you
I
should have
mean,
asked the
have a look
community
at
before
Godzilla
making a decision
basking
like that.
here.
It's just bad
Keep
as
your eye
fuck.
on him as we move out further and further and further. Pandora is truly a massive space for him, in which he could live comfortably for at least a couple more years
It's so
if
crazy.
we wanted him
This shit
to,
has a whole
as
extra
these
story
caiman
to
grow
it.
very slowly, about 4 to 5 inches per year.
That's about how much I
Others
grow a year.
felt having him reside within our ecosystem was a mistake, as he would just eat everything in the tank, which is also untrue. His diet at this age is limited to anything the size of an adult cricket or a roach, as you can see him eating here.
Wait, that's weird because that's
Anything
also my
larger
diet.
or smaller is typically not of any interest to him, unless he is extremely hungry. But I mean, look at that belly. He's not particularly desperate for meals that don't suit his mouth size right now. Also, any creatures that fly or climb cannot be reached by Godzilla, who is completely ground and waterbound.
That's such a fun
unless they want
sentence That's such a fun fucking sentence he just said.
Wander close to him.
This is a
Such
casual
climbing
use
and
of
flying
Godzilla.
insects were not safe from the Sunskink trio, however, who were masters at finding them. Especially Smaug, who had lived in Pandora the longest, and was the best hunter of
That was
flying and
dope.
climbing insects. I still suspect the Sunskinks were behind the mysterious death of our first mantis, the Green Reaper, our beloved bush cricket Stanley, and our first damselfly.
They were just
With
doing
the
what they were
Sunskinks
there
now
to do.
gone, such climbing and flying insects now had a chance to
Look at the
thrive
Crocs
in
anime
Pandora.
villain arc.
So long as they stayed away from Godzilla at ground level.
Yeah, dude,
I
he's
have
gonna
some
develop
ideas
some
for
crazy
climbing
powers,
insects
too.
that I would like to add
He's gonna
now
start
that the
training.
Sunskinks are gone, but I'm still trying to catch them.
Growing
As
his
for my
aura.
thoughts on Godzilla, overall, I get why he isn't the most popular creature in our forest right now. But my hope is that everyone
that
finds
people
it in their
they
heart
got
and
opinions like
mind
that.
to give Godzilla a chance while he's here with us, as he is an amazing animal that we have an opportunity
Such
to learn
pretty
about
eyes, bro.
in a
You
very
see that?
unique setting. Inside, my guess is he could remain in
Unreal.
Pandora at least
There
for
are fight
another
scenes
4 or
in
5
this.
months.
Yeah, there actually are.
But this estimate, of course, was before I was made aware of
Aw,
a certain
damn, I picked
piece
the
of
hangnail too
information
much, and now it's bleeding.
hiding from sight within our
Anyone else got
rainforest.
ADHD? And itchy nuts?
But despite a changing of apex predators, life in our rainforest has continued to thrive beautifully. Let's have a quick walk through our rainforest, shall we? I have some new things to show you.
Yeah,
and
let's walk
even a
through
couple
it.
more new and exciting animals to add
I
into
want to
our
see Ants
rainforest.
Canada just
Perhaps
standing
one of the
straight up
biggest
in
changes
the
has been the vines.
He's a part
I've been
of it.
waiting for over 7 months for the vines of our rainforest to get this lush. And the most beautiful part is that the rainy season's increased humidity levels
Yeah,
stimulated
it
the
is
vines
better to bully a
to
crocodile
send out
online because
these
the
dainty
crocodile
pinkish
can't read.
air roots, which extend downward towards the ground,
We
creating
should all
the
start
most beautiful
cyberbullying
curtain
animals.
all around the forest.
Fuck it. I'm gonna cyberbully lemurs. I never liked their vibe.
Some of the roots had actually reached the ground, which was awesome for the vines, as they could now collect the nutrients needed for more foliage. But as much as I loved the vine roots, I noticed that there were some
I'm
other
coming after King
creatures
Julian on Twitter.
that loved them more. I was about to make an interesting discovery. Each pink root was home to family groupings of mealybugs. These plant insects, which feed on the sap of plants,
yummy.
loved the soft and thin epidermis of the vine's air roots, which
Yeah, they
made
make that
getting
shit
to the
look
tasty
delectable.
sap within easy for the mealybugs. It was cute seeing the tiny babies huddling under their parents, who possess protective waxy hair-like structures that are sticky
Yeah, what are those
like
spines?
spider webs and make preying on the adults very
Yeah, I guess
difficult.
that makes sense.
But these creatures aren't the only ones loving the vine roots.
Okay, it's like that.
The carpenter
My
ants
God,
have been loving them too,
I love that.
as each ant worked around the clock, running up and down the vines, collecting
I
food.
love it when ants
Now,
have
I
like
initially thought
kind
the
of
carpenter
transparent
ants were
skin.
drinking honeydew, a
Looks so
well-known
cool.
sweet byproduct produced by plant insects
Don't
like
squirt at me, bro. I'll punch my monitor.
mealybugs that ants are known to
Dude,
love. But
stop!
as I looked closely, I noticed something quite unexpected. As I watched the ants drinking droplets on the roots, I realized that droplets
Making me
were
mad.
forming, even where there were no mealybugs. Wait a minute. As I watched a bit more, I then began to
Like
realize
a honeydew boba,
that
I
the
don't
ants
like knowing where the
weren't
flavor comes
actually
from.
drinking
They look like, I get
mealybug
it.
honeydew. Surprisingly, they were drinking
It
droplets
looks off-putting,
of
but
sap
you should understand
oozing
that
out
like
of tiny openings in the vine roots. How
it's
interesting.
cool that
This
so
is
many
the first
creatures in
time I've
nature
ever
enjoy it as
seen
much
or
as you do.
heard of ants drinking sap directly from a plant.
Right?
Now, I began to wonder if these
I'm picking out a
openings
different hangnail
from
now.
which sap was oozing were created by the
I gotta stop.
mealybugs, kind of like bleeding open bite wounds. Or if they actually were openings to lure insects like ants to their roots, to perhaps help protect the roots from being eaten by herbivorous animals, kind of like the vine's way of
Herbivorous
summoning
is
its
such a
own
fun
army
word.
of guardian ants to its leaves, stems, and air roots. Because most
So I'm gonna start
creatures
calling my vegan
hate
friends
or fear ants and won't
my
come near them.
herbivorous friends.
I
Wait, they're
always see
kissing.
critters hate or fear ants and won't come near them. I always see
Cute.
carpenter ants scouring the vines. So if luring ants in via sap droplets was the aim, the tactic was clearly working. What do you guys think is happening here? But speaking of herbivorous animals, I caught
Herbivorous.
2 new additions that I wanted to add to our rainforest that I think you guys will
Just
truly
say it out loud
love.
one time. Try
Let's
it.
release them up
Herbivorous.
in Orcadia. The first
Herbivorous.
was this pretty lady.
You sound stupid. You don't sound cool like me.
It was a juvenile bush cricket. We used to have a brown bush cricket male named Stanley, who was such an avid herbivore that he made sure every night to eat any and all growth sprouting from the vines. After his death several months back, the vines finally had a chance
Rest
to
in peace,
thrive
Stanley.
into the dense foliage it is now. This green bush cricket was missing her hind jumping legs when I caught her. Poor girl. But if she survives and continues to grow in our rainforest, her legs will grow back after a few molts.
I wish we
Let's
could
see
just
if she
do
can
that.
help control the rapid growth of the
Why
vines
can't we grow
that
back
were now
limbs?
taking over Orcadia like crazy.
Well, I guess
Next,
there's no proof that I
added
can't
this
yet.
lady.
You're froggy. You can. That's
She's
true.
some kind of grasshopper or
You
katydid.
put it like that.
Anyone know her species? She looked so
Just try hard.
heavenly
If I focus
as
really
she
hard,
stepped forward with such grace
like if I
and the
concentrated,
demeanor of a beautiful green
dude,
princess.
I'm a beautiful green princess. That's crazy. It's like watching an old woman crossing the street with a walker.
Just gorgeous. I'll keep on adding more
To be
grasshoppers
honest with you.
and relatives as I find them outside my home. But now that we're here in Orcadia,
just thinking
there were a
that.
few
Yeah, I
things
mean,
I wanted to
it
show
was,
you
like,
up here in our tree kingdom.
uncanny, to be
I continue
honest.
to find new creatures introduced through the decor, like this huge slug, which
Whoa.
was sleeping now against the glass. Arachnophobes, look away for a sec.
There's some of you.
This here is our resident
What?
weaver spider.
That thing looks insane. This shit looks like a skull. What the fuck, man?
Whom I've
That
named
is
Charlotte.
insane.
Check out her stunning abdomen design. What a gorgeous spider. She's been catching a lot of insects, as you can see her devouring here, all caught within her awesome wheel-shaped.
That looks fucking insane. That shit's like a face staring at you, bro. That is terrifying.
web, located right at the center of Orcadia. In fact, her web
Dude, I
seems
get
to be
itchy
catching
looking
more
at shit
flying
like that.
insects
That's
than she's
crazy.
willing to eat at a time. I believe I watched her for a good 10 minutes, and within that time, the web accumulated 4 more flying insects, mostly gnats and such. Great job, Charlotte. Looking forward to seeing just how large
chill.
and more beautiful she gets over time.
When someone names the spider
Unfortunately, our
Charlotte,
orchids seem to be
it
wilting.
like catches you off
They
guard.
either
it makes,
are moving
it makes
out
it
of their
seem not
flowering
threatening.
season, or
'Cause you know
conditions
Charlotte the
aren't
spider.
particularly ideal yet for the plants, or they aren't quite getting enough nutrients. They'll begin to bloom again when they're ready and have the sufficient nutrients and conditions to do so. As for the other carpenter ants I placed into here, even after 3 weeks, they still haven't moved out of
Carpenter
the AC
ants? I
hybrid
hardly
nest
know
mini
her
ant farm
ants.
in which they were raised. Guess that's a good thing. You can
Am
get
I
your
right?
AC hybrid nest mini, by the way, from my shop at
Dude, yeah,
antscanada.com.
one of you guys should do that. One of you guys should just buy an ant farm from this guy's website and just like tell me how it goes. Like give me updates. That way I don't have to commit.
One of my favorite ant farm starter kits offered on my site. We'll see if they finally decide to move out one day, somewhere into Arcadia. I also spotted this particular red ant in the last episode, which to me looked like a fire ant, but also didn't. Any guesses out there as to what species it might be? If
Bug.
it was from an active colony in our canopy, they were still a small colony because I never saw a worker again after this random spotting. It was for sure
Probably
introduced into our canopy
spread.
via the plants, but was very
Red
shy
bug.
to show itself. I'll have to keep my eye out for more workers. Many of the creatures whom I introduced into Arcadia
Crab.
in the last episode have also been
Dude,
quite
crabs are
reclusive.
so cool.
For instance, the arboreal crabs.
Look at that guy.
No idea
He
where
looks
they went.
Stupid as shit.
They have innumerable places to hide in Arcadia, and I can't seem to find them anywhere. The wasps that were unintentionally introduced through the plants have also disappeared. I bet they drowned in the Blackwater
Yeah,
Pond
he has a whole
or
he has a
were
whole pond
eaten
in there.
by the local mid-tier predators of our rainforest. Our frogs, like Kermit here,
The
are
Blackwater
voracious
ponds.
predators, particularly for the smaller insects. Kermit
Such
has
pretty
been
eyes,
obsessed
wow.
with the treetops since he and the other tree frogs like Miss Piggy snoozing up there found this place.
Why would you
Plus,
squash the
Arcadia
ants? Because
has
you're
proven
bigger
to
than
be
them?
an
Is that
excellent
why?
favored spot with its dense foliage
I'm bigger than
and
you.
infinite
If I ever
amount
saw you
of
in real
hiding
life, I'd
spots
squash you.
for the prey insects to
Red.
breed. A ton of roaches were up here, as well as
Squash you like a
crickets.
fucking bug.
I can see why the tree frogs love their new canopy. But
Oh
speaking
yeah,
of
fuck a
breeding,
wasp. I'm with that.
Arcadia is also the site of two very special egg sacs. Oothecas, laid by a late marbled mantis whom we bred with a male some time ago. The egg sacs were laid by the mantis before she died on this
Those egg
branch,
sacs look
which I placed
absolutely
into
insane.
Arcadia, and I've been keeping my eye on it ever since. And one day, this past week, I
Look
was shocked
So cool.
when I spotted this. A hole. What? Did this egg sac hatch already?
Whoa, That
I saw
looks
no
gnarly.
babies anywhere on the branch or in Arcadia. I began to wonder if this was just a hole chewed into the upper layer of the egg sac, perhaps by a roach.
Looks
I
tasty.
couldn't quite
Kind of
see
like a
into
Cheeto.
the heart of the egg sac, and it
Cheeto.
looked more like a shallow portion had been chewed off, with the heart of the egg sac still intact. Any mantis
take a
experts
bite?
out there care to shed some light on what this hole is? And if it did hatch,
How much for you to take a bite,
I
chat?
resolved to keep my eye on these mantis egg sacs
Minimum
over the
dollar
coming
amount.
days. Now, aside from these egg sacs, there was one creature in our forest that I never expected would lay eggs that I discovered at night.
The new generation of hunters.
Night fell in Pandora,
saying
and the Arcadian mist
$2
came
grand,
billowing
I'd take
down
a
from
bite of that.
above like a waterfall of fog, filling the lands with humidity.
Damn. It straight up just looks like we're in the forest.
The rainforest is always so beautiful at night. But I was stunned when I spotted a certain beast I hadn't seen for a while.
Mr. Beats.
Well, well, well.
Dude.
If it isn't our giant huntsman spider, Lady Deathstrike, or possibly one of the other huntsmen who had reached adult size in our rainforest. The spider had moved away all
Fuck
moss
no.
and tucked herself behind the rock wall. But to my surprise, she was clutching onto a newly laid egg sac.
third one.
Again? Now this made me wonder, if this was our
What?
Lady Deathstrike, was this an unfertilized egg sac? Or had she mated with another male?
What?
If it was the latter, that would mean she had to have mated with one of her sons.
Oh.
Because most of the other huntsmen in here were from her previous 2 egg sacs.
Oh,
it was
all right,
also
spider
possible
inbreeding.
that this was another huntsman female and not Lady Deathstrike placed in at the first
possible.
population event that had grown up now, who ended up mating with one of Lady Deathstrike's sons, in which case the babies would not be inbred. Whatever the case, I was interested to see
Inbred spider
if
babies.
this
I wonder-
egg sac
I wonder what
would give
happens
rise to
with
yet
inbred spider
another
babies.
generation of huntsmen in our rainforest.
I wonder if that's like a
It seemed this
like a
season
common
was a
thing.
key period for many creatures to breed, and the next day, a grand discovery would be made that would soon change everything.
Well, tell me what it is. Cricket R&B.
A male cricket was serenading 2 listening females, part of the ancient
Humping
cricket
that shit.
courting ritual. The idea is that if the females like the
anybody
male
wanna pack a
song,
bowl?
the females would be wooed and permit the male to copulate with her, as is seen here. The male is the one below, and he deposits his spermatheca into the female, which is that little white package that keeps other males from mating with her, until after she lays her eggs. Now get this, one interesting thing I noticed is that the crickets in Pandora were massive, probably due to having been born over several generations now in Pandora, where they had a ton of space to frolic and feed on an abundance of healthy plant food types. This, of course, is in complete contrast to the newly added crickets in Orcadia, who all pretty much grew up on egg cartons and cricket feed. It's the difference between grass-fed free-range chickens and commercially raised chickens raised on cheap feeds. I could see a clear difference in body size and overall vigor. And another thing I noticed was even more interesting. It seemed the success rate of the male crickets in Pandora was greater than that of the new bloodline of crickets in Orcadia, meaning males in Pandora were much more likely to score with the females than the new males of Orcadia. Why this was, I could only guess, but I began to imagine that the Pandoran males had developed to become better singers or performed better cricket songs than those of the new males of the canopy.
So
I
crazy.
imagine what the
it's so
songs
interesting
of the Pandoran male crickets would
why
sound
they
like
do
to
what
the
they do.
females.
Underneath the stars I hid
Like understanding their behavior.
in the dark, yeah.
Bro, alright.
My heart flow through the fields, girl, I strut my way. Hoping you notice, won't you come and say? My voice echoes through the blades of green. Every note crafted for you, my queen. Got that rhythm, that vibe, that natural flow. Chirping louder, just to let you know.
I figured this would go on for a second, so.
And as for the newer Orcadian male crickets, with their lower success rate, I'm sure their song sounded like mumble rap or something. Just not up to par, I suppose.
Amen.
But nothing could have prepared me
It's all opinions.
for the ultimate discovery I was about to make. So I've been spotting these very random holes that to me looked like burrows. It was strange because I didn't know of any creature currently that made such large burrows. Could it have been the small tarantula I placed months ago which disappeared ever since? That was my only guess, until one day I spotted a peculiar head sticking out from the driftwood.
Why not?
Whoa!
You don't
What
live in a
is
progressive
that?
enough world.
At first I thought it was a baby snake of some sort, but
Dude,
as I looked closer,
that
I
pattern is
noticed
so
the
cool.
creature had ears. This was no snake. It was a lizard, and I could see
Snakes
its
don't have
tail
ears?
and limbs.
At all?
It was then that it occurred to me that this creature was ultra special. Guys, this was a sunskink baby.
Oh,
It had to have been born from Daenerys
shit.
or Smaug. I suspected our female sunskinks were breeding when they were living in our rainforest, especially seeing how fat Smaug got at one point. And before releasing them, I was always on the lookout for babies. Sunskinks, unlike most lizards, give live birth, meaning no eggs like geckos. The baby sunskinks are born directly from their mothers, fully formed, and ready to live all by themselves, out in the world.
That's exactly
I don't know
how I was
how
born.
long this baby had been living in Pandora, nor how many babies like it were frolicking in our forest, but seeing it now in the wood was just crazy. It was so tiny.
That's so
In fact,
fucking
look,
cute.
It was the size of a cricket.
That's so goddamn cute.
Oh no. That was when I realized that we had a problem. Or maybe it wasn't a problem.
They're
If
pretty
it could
far
be
from
an
each other.
opportunity to learn. I think you guys know what I'm about to ask you all next.
No. When he's born, he's
What
ready to
should
go
we
do
do?
shit.
Should we try to remove this sunskink baby and any siblings from Pandora to be raised somewhere else safe or released into the wild, just like we did its parents? Or should we leave all sunskink babies in at the mercy of Pandora's ecosystem and its potential dangers as
Damn,
they
I
learn
mean,
to
it's kind of
survive
the
the
same,
intricate
right?
world of the rainforest,
Like if they go
just
out
as
into the
all of
actual
Pandora's
world, right?
creatures must do? Or should we just remove Godzilla from Pandora
I wanna
once
keep
and for
Godzilla.
all? Perhaps relocate him into his own tank, forfeiting the opportunity to learn more about him for now, until he is placed into his own future swamp vivarium. in order to give any
He's
baby
loving his
sunskinks
life
a
right
chance
now,
to
bro.
thrive.
He's loving his life.
I knew I had some serious decisions to make
Don't put him back in
ASAP.
his tank.
And after much
Don't
thought,
isolate
I had
him.
made my decision as to what the best course of action was.
Don't remove the guy.
And as the baby sunskink cautiously emerged from its crack in the wood, it had no idea it was in for a very
He's
interesting
keeping them
future.
In. He's keeping them in. Come on. Oh, all right, dude. Come on.
Vote in my community tab to affect this story.
Fucking hate it when he hits me with the cliffhangers, dude. Well, I know this is a short stream, but I think I'm gonna dip now. Because I'm gonna be doing a long Jump King stream later, and I wanna eat some food and get some shit done before then. So, thank you guys so much for joining me for the early stream. But I think I'm out of here, man. I think I'm out of here. Make sure to join my Discord if you want to know when I'm live next, and check me out on Twitter if you want to see some of my art and farting. Let's see who we're throwing a raid over to. Let's throw a raid over to. We should just raid Dash Dabs. It's Dabs raid time. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good day. I'll see you later tonight. It'll be a big chiller. Catch ya.